Hi everyone, welcome to this video. My name is T if you're new here. I really do hope everyone's day is going well. So today I am going on yet another critical rant. Y'all seem to like those very much. If you want to check out more videos like that, I have a couple on my channel. I recently did a video called The Real Needs Work where I critique the daytime talk show The Real. And if you want something a little bit more lighthearted, I do have a Love Island Season 6 mid-season review. So yeah, go have fun with those. But today, I'm going to be talking about Black media outlets and why I feel they play one of the heaviest hands in the destruction of their own fucking people. Alright, so a couple months ago, Lakeith Stanfield, who is an actor, he made a post on Instagram where he pretty much called out a number of Black media outlets and he accused them of being anti-Black. He said, and I quote, "The Shade Room, Lipstick Alley, Breakfast Club, Worldstar, and many others are anti-Black." And then the caption says, "It's a fact that a lot of these platforms are usually or tend to be feeding grounds for negative reinforcement toward Black nonconformists. They bolster faux vanity and hold a white supremacist scope over Black men and women, often highlighting negative attributes and downplaying mind-expanding ones. They serve as bottomless coward consumption pits, love God, and digital, audio, or otherwise slave mentality museums. At all you want." Like I said, this happened a couple months ago. I actually planned to make a video. I did make a video in response to it. I just never posted it because it was really premature. And the, back then I was just so obsessed with kind of like getting the video out very close to the story so that it can get a lot more traffic these days. Clearly, I don't give a fuck. Anyway, Charlamagne decided to jump in. You know what? I don't want to talk about Charlamagne. I have a lot of opinions about that man, but I don't want to talk about him today. All I'm gonna say is this: the Hotep trickery is real, and y'all are eating that shit up. Also, going to therapy does not make you special. And finally, the Breakfast Club has been and still is part of the problem. And one thing I am completely aware of is that my opinions might very well be outdated because I've not kept up with these sites for a very long time, a couple years now. So to fuel my research for 1 week, I decided to follow a number of gossip sites just to get a feel of their present day antics. And right, y'all know Instagram's algorithm, right? They don't forget nothing. So I had to create a second Finstagram because I didn't want none of this nowhere near my real fake Instagram. So here are a list of the gossip sites that I followed. The Jasmine Brand, Hollywood Unlocked, Lipstick Alley, the YBF Daily, Baller Alert, Double XL, which I actually think I got Double XL mixed up with Worldstar. I'm pretty sure I was meant to follow Worldstar because Double XL only posts like rap updates. So Double XL, we good, all right? We cool. Y'all ain't gotta worry for now. And finally, I followed the metaphorical Lucifer of them all, the Shade Room. And to throw in a little razzle dazzle and to also make sure I was not being biased, for comparison's sake, I also followed some white media outlets, and that list included Access Online, a site called Betches, Perez Hilton, which, I was pleasantly surprised with Perez Hilton. He wasn't as bad as I thought he would have been. Like, I remember back in the day, he used to move mad. But I also followed Us Weekly, Cosmo, E! Entertainment, E! News, BuzzFeed, People, and Entertainment Tonight. So as you can see, I actually followed more white outlets than I did Black ones. And still... we're gonna get there. So going back to Black media, let's talk about some of the good things that I observed in my week of research. Rihanna, she gave a really nice acceptance speech at the NAACP Image Awards. She was awarded with the President's Award, I believe. That was a really nice speech. And Niecy Nash turned 50. That's it. So on to the bad things. Bod Bobby is trying to fight Princess Sky Jackson because she's a racially confused loser. Alexa Sky, Jada Waiter, and Ariana and some other people were arguing because, wait, hold on, I'm gonna get this right. something about a fingernail and then a hairdresser and then somebody baby father. Wait, I don't know. When I tell you I was stressed trying to keep up with that madness. Like, y'all couldn't choose a different week to argue over who was the Supreme rapper's baby mama? Oh my gosh, these girls telling each other to pull up and who want the smoke and what's the addy. Like, ladies, I've noticed that a lot of those girls that I just mentioned, they love to walk around with this unbothered and this untouchable persona. And it's gotten them pretty far. But the second some girl comes at you sideways on Twitter, you ready to fight? Get a grip. Because these people are laughing at you. They are laughing at you. They are profiting off of your distress. Pull it together. Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union, and Zaya. So Dwayne and Gabrielle actually chose to share Zaya's story, I believe, a couple weeks before I began this hellish week of research. But the conversation carried over into this week because more and more public figures started to come forward with their ignorant ass opinions that nobody asked for. This should be a philosophy that a lot of people follow, but apparently they don't. So let me say it for the record. If a parent is providing their child with love, financial and emotional care, and raising them with the basic fundamentals to be a good human being, i.e. compassion, empathy, honesty, accountability, then mind your goddamn business. Pop Smoke passed away, R.I.P. Woo. Now, the issue that I have was not the fact that they reported the story. Of course, that is bound to happen. The issue that I have was the constant presentation of allegations surrounding this man's passing. Around the time that this was happening, there were posts alluding to all kinds of mess. Stuff saying that, oh, maybe his friend set him up, alluding that he deserves to be victim blamed, blaming him for his own, saying that, oh, it's because he kept on showing off and because he accidentally posted his address on his Instagram story. Respect his legacy. Right? Because a couple weeks ago when Kobe passed, may God rest his soul, when he passed, that's all everybody was screaming. Respect his legacy, respect his legacy. Because y'all wanted Gayle King to burn at the stake because y'all felt as though she was not respecting his legacy. Because although this man's legacy is complicated and the accusations put out against him are very serious, at the end of the day, he still left behind a grieving family, and that should be respected. And I agree with that, right? Respect the legacy, respect the legacy. But why wasn't the same energy kept when it came to Pop Smoke? I don't even think this man's family was notified yet before these outlets were making all these posts, inviting all these people in the comments to invent all kinds of false narratives, drawing all kinds of false conclusions, essentially disrespecting the legacy. How can y'all not see the hypocrisy in that? And for the white outlets, might you ask? Nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort. All I saw was like little kiki, like who's dating who's going on vacation with who, what are Meghan and Harry up to, oh, and some guy from The Bachelor got arrested, but nothing as destructive as what my people were going on with. So what does that tell me? It tells me that a lot of these outlets are enabling and reinforcing many of the negative stereotypes that we're actively trying to run from. And you know, sometimes I'll see them post like a celebratory message, you know, trying to compensate for the lack of positivity. But all in all, I'm not seeing anything that shifts the narrative or drives the conversation in like a good, proper, intelligent direction. Oftentimes a controversial conversation is started and the comment section just becomes one big cluster of absent-minded ideas and opinions. And there's no one there to mediate. No one there to moderate. Y'all just leave them there to look and sound stupid and spread hatred. Let's go back to the Dwayne Wade story, okay? The black community is notoriously known for being blatantly homophobic. So when a black celebrity comes out and says something shocking like my child is, you already know what's going to happen. You already know what people are gonna say. You would be shocked at the number of people who not only rely on these gossip sites and these outlets to break the story, but to help them decide how they should feel about the story. Because a lot of the times people just don't have the range, not even to be shady, like, but most people, some people just don't have the range to come up with a solid opinion, especially when it comes to very complicated and complex topics such as the trans experience. So they rely on these outlets to kind of sway their decision, right? And when these outlets are constantly posting these negative responses from unintelligent public figures, that's the side that they're gonna lean to. That is the opinion, the viewpoint that these undecided people are going to adopt. So with actions like that, not only have these platforms managed to reinforce shameful stereotypes, but they've also managed to derail the conversation from the initial intent of Dwayne and Gabrielle, which was supposed to be something positive, okay? And I know, yes, when celebrities decide to come out and share their lives and share their journeys publicly, it does render, or you should expect, comments and opinions of disapproval, comments and opinions of ignorance. However, there is a reason why Dwayne and his family and his daughter Zaya did not choose to go on this journey in silence. There's a reason that they were so public with it, and that was for awareness, and that was to help other families who are dealing with the same thing. But that part was completely ignored. Completely ignored. You know who did highlight it though? The people. And this could have been huge. This could have been huge. Do you know the impact it would have had if one or a few of these outlets would have posted the links or promoted non-profit organizations that help to support and protect Black LGBTQ youth? Like, do you know the impact that would have had? Because, like, you do know that these kids are getting in the street, right? You do know that's how serious this is, right? But no, that is ignored. That part of it is ignored. Instead, what they're reporting are rappers calling Dwayne Wade and his family all kinds of nasty names, spreading the hatred, enabling the issue. And that's also why people need to stop acting so confused and surprised when Black celebrities walk right on by these media outlets, these Black media outlets on the red carpet. Like, y'all need to really stop acting so shocked, because these celebrities are aware that no matter how kind I am to you, how much I support you, how much I smile for a picture or do an interview, if it comes down to it and you can profit off of my destruction, you will. Oh, and stop bringing up these white media outlets as a means of justification, please. Because like I said, they're not out here being destructive like us. But even if they were, y'all need to stop doing that whole, if she could do it, why can't I? They doing it, why can't we? Grow up. Even if they were doing the same thing, we have a greater responsibility, because as a people, there's so much more against us. And I hate to sound like a hotep when I say that, but come on, I love us and I love us for real, but I can only tell the truth. And it doesn't matter how many birthday shout outs you do. It doesn't matter how many reposts of cute family photos you do. It's never gonna compensate for all the bullshit, okay? Making one post that celebrates a Black owned business is not going to compensate for the 30 negative posts I see on a daily basis. Like, it's not gonna add up, baby. It's just not. So again, Lakeith Stanfield was absolutely justified in his stance that all of these publications are anti-Black. Because, I mean, I just told you what they out here doing. And the last point I'm gonna make is, in doing research for this video, I actually came across a couple of journalists who were in defense of these publications, saying things like, well, it's just our job. It's just what we do. And I mean, yeah, I get that. I get that it's just your job, but why is something like this a job? And I get that you're just giving the people what they want, but why is this kind of content something that the people want? Guys, why is this something that you want? Ask yourself that. Like, why are we so fascinated and entertained by the flaws of others, especially those within our own community? It's sick. So let's just all do better. You know, let's just try that, because yes, majority of the work does fall on these publications to do better, but there is also an accountability aspect that needs to be taken by the consumers, because the market wouldn't exist for them if there wasn't a demand by us. So that is actually the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end. Go ahead and leave your thoughts, opinions, all of that down below in the comment section. Even if you disagree with me, a disagreement is always an opportunity for me to learn something new. So I definitely want to hear what you got to say. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, however you're feeling today, and subscribe if you liked. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.